Hey everyone, my name is Pascal Laliberté. And I'm a Rails developer, a freelance developer, and I have an offering online specializing in helping people that have a stimulus JS problem. So although I do full stack, I really understand well the kinds of problems that people have when they run into JavaScript related, UI related issues. And I've put together an offering here. A lot of people when they think about hiring a freelancer, and I'm one of them who is interested in hiring another freelancer. One thing they do is that they hesitate. They hesitate because they don't know. Is my problem too trivial? Is it going to cost just to ask a question? And so I put together an offering that solves that. Gives you 2 days to ask me questions at a fixed price. So check that out. It's at stimulus.pascal.works. I'm getting better at Rails by doing deliberate practice every Tuesday afternoon is my time that I'm practicing new tactics, getting better doing repetition, and figuring stuff out. And I'm building a small app at the same time, so that's kind of the benefit of doing it this way. Last time, I showed you a way to not have to do anything, not to use TurboStream, to have two windows, and a change on one affects the other window, without using TurboStream, without getting too fancy with WebSockets. So, but now what I've got is, so say I want to edit this thing, and I want to update this one. Oh, I'm not in the right group. Sorry. I've got a little app here that helps with a reading group. So say you have two people are reading the same book together. What happens if you you want to read it together but not quite at the same time, at the same-ish time? And you don't have to say, well, let me know when you finish chapter 1. So instead, what you do is you read at your own pace, you record your thoughts, and this little app will only divulge to your peer, to your friend, that you have a new note about a certain topic, once you volunteer your own note at a certain point in the book. So page 12, and my friend has published something on page 11. Now you'll be able to see the note. So let's see, does this work? Come on. Apparently not. Well, I don't know what's going on. Maybe Sidekick has a problem. Anyways, now I want to show you a different way to do a little bit of the same thing. Let's update the page to show that new notes have been appearing, have been added. And I want to do it a different way. I don't want to pester the user that's currently reading. I don't want to pester that user to reload the page. I don't want them to say, well, there's something new, please reload. Read it now. I don't want to do that. I want the user to be able to keep their place. I want the user to be able to not have to react to anything new coming up. But if they're coming back to the page, say they moved away, they're coming back to it, I would like to have something shown at the top saying there's something new. And that's it. A lot of the ways to do reactivity, meaning like something happens on one page, the other page should be updated. That sort of reactivity implies that it has to be real time. I don't want that. And so I'm going to be using some very small tools to do the same job. And I'm going to be using one thing that's called visibility change. Visibility change is this API from the browser that lets you detect whether the page is now shown or if the page has been put in the background, like not being viewed. So it's not the focus of the user's attention. So if I switch back between these two windows, one window will be seen as hidden, and the other one will be seen as viewed, and etc. And I want to detect that. And so that coupled with another technique, and that coupled with another technique will let me do that. So first I need to be able to capture these visibility change events, change with a document.hidden property, and those two things coupled together, I'll be able to do something pretty neat. One thing that I've thought of doing is just have this little thing always loadable, which would say there's one new note. I also thought of this other feature that I wanted to build where somebody could have, you could send a URL directly to a note, say this note here, to focus on this note. And I think the two features could be paired together. Say you send a link directly to this note. It'd be kind of nice to see that at the top that would say, this is not the latest note, but there are, 50 new notes. So, and you click on that link and then it loads the latest notes, That would be kind of neat. So if I'm having a conversation with a friend, I would like to share a link to this note, and it would share not only this note, but any note before it to show it context, the context of the discussion so far, but at the same time have a link at the top. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reuse those two features together at the same time, and that's going to be the beauty. I've got a little thing happening in my code. That's not it, eh? Over here, is this the right one? Note shown 16. That's right. So I've got something happening here. If the note is shown, then if the note is focused on, then I have this little thing. If I click on it, then it reloads the page to be the latest notes. And that's what I want. This is going to be inside a small turbo frame. This turbo frame is marked with a source, and it's disabled. The turbo frame is disabled and has a source, meaning that the turbo frame itself is all prepared so that it can load this URL, but, and this is the thing, it is disabled. So usually when you have just a source tag on load, it will load the contents of the turbo frame. It will kind of reload the whole page and catch this turbo frame and just inject it in. I don't want that on first load, but I do want it. I do want to reload the contents of this when I come back to the page. So the thing that I'll be doing is I'll be making a small stimulus controller that will that will kind of catch the visibility change event and do something with it, and then reload this little frame. So what I need is I need a stimulus controller and I need something else. Let's dig in. First, I'm gonna come in here. I'm just gonna take a note. Okay, so I don't need this. I've got this. I've got a turbo frame here, and if there's some newer notes not shown, then I add that link. Otherwise, this little thing is just not gonna do anything special. But since there is a ID on this tag, I'll be able to target it. It'll be able to match them when I'll be reloading this frame. It'll visit this URL, which is the same one as the current one, and it will be kind of merging the contents of this together with the one incoming. So if there's something new inside here, it'll show it, like 3 new notes, 4 new notes, etc. All the time, all the while, it's going to do that whenever I come back. I'm doing all this because I don't want to use TurboStream, the broadcast flavor of it. I found it a little bit too confusing, but I also don't need it for now. I'll get good at the JavaScript controller part. Sorry, at the TurboStream part. But any way I can avoid it, all the better. I'm going to call this frame reload controller. I don't like the name, but it'll do. Okay. So I'll have a frame target, meaning that there's going to be something I'm going to be reloading. No classes needed. No values needed either. All I'll be doing is I'll be issuing a reload on those frames. Free reload controller, static targets. And I'll be saying reload frames. If document.hidden return and else I'm going to go this dot frame targets each frame dot reload. So I think I can be confident that this is going to be an okay thing, because each of these frames is going to be a turbo frame element. Now I can double check that reload is available. Type of .0 reload. It's a function. It's all good. So if I go like this, now I think because it was disabled. Yes, it was disabled, so it never actually got an update. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to first first I'm going to need to disable if frame dot disabled equals false. Let's try that. Again. So I'm just going to do it manually. This reload, that's a function. If I go like this, then did it refetch it? Oh, yes. Okay, now disabled, it's true. Disabled equals false. Element has a source URL which references itself. Uh-oh, I got a problem. I wonder what I'm going to do. If the current URLs are equal, definition defined over here. So if those are exactly equal, yeah, I don't like this. So expand URL left, expand URL right. What does expand URL do? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Let me just put a little something. I want to put a little something that will prevent this problem. So that, and I will put something random. And I will put something time now. Time now. Is that okay? Maybe time now is going to be good. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's restart. Inspect element. Disabled. No. This. Boom. Okay, I think it worked. Yeah. Oh, yes. I think it worked. Yes. Okay. So to make it work for real, now I've got to put a test. No, I got to put a stimulus controller together. So I've already got this little. Let's see if I can do this in 5 minutes. I don't need to. I think by just disabling, it will automatically reload. So else, reload. Just by disabling, it reloads it. It loads it initially. So just frame reload is fine. Okay, good. Now reload frames. Okay. I would say that maybe I'm just going to assume there's just a single frame. No, I can't do that. Yeah, okay. That's what I'll do. I'll assume there's multiple, but we'll see. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just assume there's a multiple of them. Boom. Turbo frame newer. And like this. Like that. And let's see if I can just do it like this. And controller frame reload. Will this work? Frame reload, that's great. Okay, good. Frame reload target. And this target is frame. Now, okay, so now action, and this is the interesting part. It's going to be visibility change at window, frame reload, reload frames. And now what I've got to do is I've actually got to detect. Oh yeah, so I've already got the if the document hidden then return. Don't do anything about it. So I think this should work. Visibility change. Let's see. And just for kicks, what I'm going to be doing in here is I'm going to be console log reload frames. Let's see. Quickly. Boom. So I'm going to look away. And if I look back, oh, it's not on window, I think. And I think document at visibility change, is that it? So this, I'm looking at an old project, an old demo that I got. I just want to remember the click at window. So it's the event first at document. Was that what I had before? Oh, I think I need to do this. And I need to do this. Okay. So there's obviously something wrong. I'm not even getting my controller to load. Nice. Okay, now it picked it up. Okay, that picked it up. That's good. I'm going to go back to the window, move away, move back. No. Maybe it wasn't documented. Document.hidden. Let's reload. Visibility change is obviously not getting fired. So I'm going to have to stop it there, I think. So my data action visibility change document frame reload frames. This part isn't even getting picked up. It's the same thing. So maybe visibility change is not. I can't just pick it up like that. And maybe what I need to do is I need to force add a event listener by force somehow. So, anyways, by next time I'll have figured it out. I'll spend the rest of the afternoon looking at this. I'll give you guys an update. Last time I was I finished the video with sort of scrambling to have some tests written that would that will allow me to test across two windows, and so it was kind of easy to do with current window and open new window with Capybara. Those were two helpers that were there. And then I could use within window, second window, within window, first window, and I was able to conduct my little shenanigans, like load the two things in different windows, and then have one do something and see if the change happens in the other window. So I got that done after the video was done. So now I'm gonna continue working on this, and I think next time I'll have something like this. And I think next time too, what I'll be doing is I'll be improving the visuals, maybe having a brand new visual style that I'll be working on. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And again, my site is at stimulus.pascal.works. If you have some stimulus issues you'd like to get me to look at, to debug, to find the way forward, to unblock yourself, and like to pay somebody, I'm going to be making myself available to do that. I've also got another live stream where I'll be continuing on this. Problem here with the stimulus, with the note-taking app. But what I'll do instead is I'll be looking at the marketing of this. I'll see how is there a product here? Is there something we can do? And my next steps will be to put my own reading notes for sale. So that's what I'll be working on. And that's if you go to sharpen.page/stream, you can find out about my other stream, which is on Thursdays, and it's also on but it's on Twitch. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.